Today is World Hearing Day. This is held on the 3rd of March each year to raise awareness on how to prevent deafness and hearing loss and promote ear and hearing care across the world. There are concerns that loss of hearing could actually be linked to loss of cognitive skills as we grow older. To talk more about this, we're joined by Dr. Sugata Bhattacharjee, a doctor of audiology at Starkey, India. Thank you so much for speaking to us, doctor. And if you could, tell us more about hearing loss and its overall impact on our health.
Well, thank you for having us, Gargi, and on behalf of the entire Starkey India team and all the professionals, thank you for having this segment on World Hearing Day. I'll give you a quick background. Hearing loss is a silent killer because it's not associated with any pain. And we come to know about it much later, but it now impacts about 5% of the world population, which is close to 430 million people. And it does not, people usually think the whole hearing about hearing loss, but it also has other aspects. It impacts the communication and speech. It impacts the cognition. It impacts education, employment. It has social and emotional impact, and it of course has an economic impact because the latest WHO study shows that hearing loss kind of costs us close to $980 billion US dollar internationally because people suffer from it.
Right. And doctor, what about this possible link between hearing loss and dementia? What do we know so far?
So I'll be very candid about it. It's not that everybody who have hearing loss will end up getting dementia. But we will go with the study with Johns Hopkins School of Medicine, which is done by Franklin. He's a leading researcher, I've known him, which explains that there may be several factors at play. So one of them, what we say is a cognitive load. When we can't hear well, the ears are constantly sending like garbled auditory signal to the brain. The brain has to work twice harder. And then what the brain does is it relocates other resources, other parts to compensate with the garbled auditory signals. So in a simple way is to explain is we know with time and aging, we lose some resources, like we have limitations in thinking, planning, and memory. And in case of hearing loss, the brain is constantly having to relocate resources to help compensate this poor auditory signal, and that is where they find that there is a direct link that there is one pathway through which hearing loss could directly impact cognitive decline or dementia.
Right, doctor, and very quickly, this is the age when youngsters are using earpieces, and what kind of harm can this cause?
So in US, they say the use of or overuse of earpieces will lead to 1 in 5 teenagers having noise-induced hearing loss. And with the whole COVID and online schooling, in India, every kid, every adolescent is using earpiece. I'm using one, and trust me, they are not customized. So you crank it up to hear loud, and it's kind of an addiction because when you start hearing it loud, and your brain gets kind of addicted to that loudness, and you hear it loud. So your message today should be click it down, period. All the parents, yes. There is a study, New York Times study, which tells that the adolescents absolutely don't want their parents to interfere on how they hear their earphones. But
clearly parents do need to interfere and click it down. Thank you so much, Dr. Bhattacharjee, for joining us today and raising awareness about this very, very important issue for youngsters and for the elders.
Thank you for your time. Thanks.
Thank you.